There's a story that has touched the hearts of millions around the world. The story of a young prince who spent 20 years in a coma. Despite the silence and stillness, his father never gave up hope, holding on to faith and love every single day. It's a story about patience, family, and the power of believing in miracles. How has this story of hope inspired you? Share your thoughts below. Prince Al-Waleed's life began full of promise and opportunity. Born into one of the world's most powerful families, he had a future that looked bright and full of potential. At 16, he was studying at a top military college in London, preparing for a life of achievements. But everything changed in an instant. A tragic car accident shattered that future. The crash left him with serious brain injuries and in a coma that would last for 2 decades. Even in those first moments, his kindness shone through. When he briefly woke, the first thing he asked about was his friends. That small act showed the heart behind the headlines. His family was devastated but didn't lose hope. The accident didn't just change his life, it deeply affected everyone who loved him. What happened next was a journey of love and strength that would last 20 years. Prince Khalid, his father, made caring for his son his life's mission. He spared no effort or expense, hiring top doctors and bringing in specialists from around the world to help. For 20 years, he was there every day, by his son's side, never giving up on a miracle. The family created a peaceful space filled with love, faith, and hope. Nurses who cared for the prince became like family, gently turning him to keep him comfortable and speaking to him as if he could hear every word. Khalid read to him, shared family news, and held his hand, believing his son was still there in some way. This father's devotion became a symbol of hope not just for his family, but for many watching worldwide. His faith never wavered, inspiring countless people to believe in the power of love and perseverance even in the darkest times. Even in the quiet stillness of the coma, there were moments that brought the family hope. The prince would sometimes turn his head or twitch his fingers, small signs that he might be aware in some way. These moments were precious and filled the room with a feeling of possibility. Music and the recitation of the Quran were part of his daily care, believed to help reach him where words could not. His father often read to him and surrounded him with sounds that might awaken his consciousness. Those little responses, like the head turns, became symbols of love and connection. These small signs gave the family strength to keep going, reminding them that even when it seemed hopeless, their son was still with them in some way. For many around the world watching, these moments brought tears and renewed hope. Behind the public story, there was a quieter presence, his mother. While she didn't speak publicly or appear in the media, she shared the same pain and hope as the rest of the family. In their culture, privacy and modesty often mean keeping such struggles out of the spotlight, but her love was just as strong. Faith played a huge role in the family's strength throughout these years. Their belief in God helped them face each day with patience and courage, holding on to hope even when the road was long and uncertain. It's a reminder of how faith can give comfort in the hardest moments. There were also whispers about the prince's fiancée, who was said to be a cousin and had been a part of his life from childhood. Though not confirmed, this detail added a layer of humanity to the story, showing that even in tragedy, love and connection remain important. After 20 years of fighting, the prince's heart finally gave out, ending a life that stood still in time. His family shared the news with sorrow but also with deep faith, thanking everyone who prayed and supported them. Though his story ended, the love and hope that carried them through will live on. This story reminds us that no matter how difficult life gets, holding on to faith, love, and hope can help us face even the hardest challenges. Prince Al-Waleed's journey may have been heartbreaking, but it also shows the power of a family's devotion and the human spirit's resilience. What lessons do you think we can learn from his story? If you found inspiration in this journey, please like this video and subscribe for more stories that touch the heart.